smart and you're dumb. You're sucking your fingers instead of your bum. That's how you know you are a disgrace. Slap me and I'll slap your face.
Yeah, ready.
I was in the ends making moves whilst them man talk best, sat there and done
So a lot of people have been asking me what made me jump from speaking to music, and a lot of people actually don't know. I've been doing music for a very, very long time. So this is why I had to call it From the Stage to the Studio, because it's not necessarily me just explaining my journey from speaking to music. It's actually me just showing actually what my life is. My life actually has been, sometimes I'm doing speaking engagements, so sometimes I'm singing, sometimes I'm rapping. And I feel like a lot of people don't actually get to see the music side of Hayley or the music side of Mulah.
Luxury living, man, I can't be stressed. Heavyweight champ, cause I weigh in your tongue. Don't get mad, cause you know what I'm on. Don't be a hate, cause you know that's long. Just know that I ride with the sun. Talking about the sun in the sky. Jehovah, El Shaddai. Don't be living, I like eat 5-star meals, cause I like signing 6 with a deal. You can stop me, give me the sword and you'll get chopped. It's such a babe and I'm still crap. Give me the sword and I'll get mad. Give me the mic if you're so bad. I'll speak like your mum and your dad.
I feel like one of the things that I've been able to do is I've been able to function, but for a long time I was not fulfilled, and music fulfills me. One of my favorite movies at the moment right now is Soul by Pixar, Disney, and with Jamie Foxx. And the reason why I love that movie, what I took away from that movie was the question, what is your spark? And it's not to come and say speaking is not my spark. I love speaking. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Hayley Melinda. I'm an international speaker, and I've had the opportunity to really actually speak all over the world. I've been able to be flown out by Microsoft. I work with their senior leaders in Redmond, Washington. I've worked with the managing directors of JP Morgan, with KPMG, the Cabinet Office, from Unilever. I've worked with some of the biggest clients in the world. I've spoken with some of the most executive leaders in the world, and I've actually had to step into rooms that a lot of people don't know I've stepped into. So even when it comes to the song Prosper, if you haven't listened already, go and listen to Mulah Prosper.
Me gon' prosper, and I'll cover the bills, it won't cost ya. Cause sometimes I eat Dixie and sometimes I eat lobster. If it's business, then holla. Top scoring DEA Drogba. La la la. Thanking the Lord and thanking the Father. I think I should stop, I'm about to go harder. Life's too short for the tear. Bust joke, bust smile around here, we bust straight laughter. Yes, I'm a girl who can do both, wear tracksuits and heels for the business partners. Last year is Melinda Gates, next year I'll try and shout the Obamas. Sipping shouts to them starters, not working hard, working smarter. Gotta come with that clean energy, get me pumped to where is my charger. I roll with me and move faster, I'm not lying, ask move faster. Hey, la la la.
There's a line where I come and say, last year is Melinda Gates, next year I'll try and shout the Obamas. A lot of people don't know that I've actually had a sit-down conversation with Melinda Gates, that, she knows about my work, she knows what I've been doing in mental health, and we've had a conversation about mental health before. Like myself, what does Melinda do to lift herself up? Because I think as a public figure, your mental health is just as important as ours. And I wanted to ask another cheeky question, if you can sign my book as well.
Thanks for the question, Hayley. So what do I do for my own mental health? I get outdoors. I find that when I'm outdoors, yesterday I was quite jet lagged. I arrived in London from New York, and I got out twice yesterday and walked along the Thames. And it was a gorgeous day here in London. The people were out. I got to see interesting things going on I might not have seen otherwise. But being out for me in a garden helps a lot.
Kind of jumping into music is nothing different to speaking, because if anything, speaking, I'm telling my story, and what I'm doing in music is I'm telling my story just in a different means. I'm allowing myself to use all my talents, and I'm from a faith background, so if you don't know me, I'm actually a person of faith, and I'm one person that's quite open about my faith. And one of the things that I've learned about my faith is that I believe that God's given every single one of us talents. I believe that God wants us to be multifaceted. I believe that God wants us to be people who pour out. I think about Chadwick Boseman. God rest his soul. He lost his life last year, but one thing I can definitely say about Chadwick is Chadwick left here empty. And one of the questions I kept asking myself is that, Hayley, if I go and I do what I'm called to do, but I don't do everything that God's called me to do, am I going to really be leaving here empty? I think to myself that if I meet my creator and I come and I say to him, oh my gosh, like God, I was able to do this as a speaker and do this as an author, then he comes back to me and says, but yeah, what about your music? But what about the fact that I gave you this gift? And I feel there's many people that have talents, there's many people that have gifts, but we hold back because of what? The opinion of man, the fear of man. And I just always think that I never want to get to a point in my life where I have not fully released or fully even evolved or fully become everything that God has created me to be, because I was scared to do and pursue the things that I love because what other people may think and what other people may say. I don't create music for other people. I create music for myself. Music for myself is a therapy session. Music for myself, music is a journey. Music is an encounter. You know, music takes me to a different place. Music takes me to stretch myself in ways that I didn't even know that I could, I had in me. And I feel like, you know, that's the journey that I want to share with people. I want to share the whole idea of not being boxed. So that is really the reason why I jumped into music, that you can't box Hayley Melinda. You can't box Mulah. I'm both Hayley Melinda and I'm both Mulah. Mulah's a girl from ends and Hayley Melinda is a person that walks into the room with some of the most influential leaders and is business, she's boss. But Mulah's also that girl who's business, she's boss. She's about the bag. She's about being real, being authentic, being integral. They're both the same, but I'm just telling two sides of the story. Mulah's the girl on the block and, you know, Hayley Melinda's the girl with the lobster. So realistically, you know, I'm just trying not to box myself. I'm trying to show that I'm multifaceted. I'm trying to own that. And I'm trying to inspire other people to pursue what you love, to not box yourself, to not be inspired or to be limited by biographies or limited by titles. But you know, you're not a human doing, you're a human being. You know, you don't find identity in what you do, you should find identity in who you are. And I find identity in the fact that yes, I'm the girl on the block and yes, I'm the girl on the stage, but ultimately I'm all of that, the girl in the stage and the girl that's also in the studio.
Me, you gon' prosper, and I'll cover the bills, it won't cost ya. Cause sometimes I eat Dixie, and sometimes I eat lobster. If it's business, then holla, top scorer DDA drummer. La la la. Thanking the Lord and thanking the Father, I think I should stop, I'm about to go harder. Life's too short for the tear, bus stroke, bust my round here.